Yes, the rumors were true. Star-Lord T'Challa is on his way to Marvel Strike Force, along with Reworks to Yondu and the rest of the Ravagers. Is this a team you should be building? What are they for? We're going to break down their kits in this video and help you decide. And Magik's arrival means that some X-Men are also getting a Reworks. Which mutants are going to get the love in this update? We're talking about that in this video. So if you want to find out if you should be building this X-Men or Ravagers team, you know what to do. Find that like button. And let's go smash it. And let's get right into this video, taking a first look at Star-Lord T'Challa. Yes, the rumors were true. He's in a purple jacket, gold trim, looking like a very strong character based on his stats here. Look at that health. Look at that damage. Look at the armor, the focus, resistance, all very strong stats. Now, before we get into the rest of this video, I do want to make a disclaimer. The videos, the information about their kits, all of it was provided by Scopely and Boundless as part of their Envoy program, but the opinions on these characters and these teams, these reworks, they are my own. Let's take a look at his tags before we get into the rest of his kit. He is a hero, he's a cosmic tech, he's a blaster, he's a Ravager, and he's war ready because he has over level 4 green ISO 8. All right, but the interesting thing here, let's go back to this, is that tech tag. Now, one of the big things with the raids, we need some help in the tech section of Doom raids. Will he be a strong raid character? It looks like it, especially just based on his passive here. Will he be better than some of the other options that we have there for that tech section? Will he be better than Lady Deathstrike? Let me know your comments down below, but I think, in my opinion, he's going to be better than Lady Deathstrike and will be a decent option. Obviously not the solution, but a decent option for the tech section of Doom. All right, so on turn, he's gaining evade, which means that you cannot one-shot him on the opening move unless you got some crazy move that avoids evade. On non-summon enemy death, gaining 30% speed bar. So kind of like the Carnage one, but when enemy dies, not when they go below 25% speed bar. So he could be gaining a lot of speed. Now he's also gaining damage, 30% damage. On war, Ravagers, they're also going to gain that damage, and they're also going to get extra 25% max health. Now if they're on war offense, he's also going to get an extra 25% max health, and Ravagers are going to gain an additional 25% max health. A lot of max health going to the Ravagers. Yondu, the minions, they're going to get stronger in war and getting stronger in other game modes as well. Hopefully they make a decision to get Ravagers back in the gamma raids. They took them off when they added that pimp tech. So now that the Ravagers are pretty decent, I would like to use this brand new shiny team. All right, so that is his passive. Let's take a look at that T4 and see how good that thing is as we pause this thing now and move this up. On war offense, it's all the 25% max health and the 25%. Yeah, so a lot of health. You're gaining a lot of health. A war offense and just in war in general, you're getting that. So his passive T4 applies just to war. So if you're using him outside of that game mode, probably not going to do too much, but this is designed as a war team, not necessarily taking out some of the meta teams like Heroes for Hire or Infinity Watch, but some of the strong non-meta teams is what this Ravager team is designed for. As we move on and take a look at his ultimate, let's move this down. Ravager Rocket. All right, it is a long cooldown, so maybe kind of diminishing his raid value because these long cooldowns, but for war, you're probably using this on once per match because of the long cooldown. So what is it going to do? It's going to do copying copying all positive effects, excluding taunt, regeneration from adjacent allies. Now, I don't think this is going to apply safeguard as well to your team. So if you're in some weird combo that has Adam Warlock in there, you get that safeguard. Oh, he's not gonna copy it to himself. But what he is going to do, he's going to attack the primary target with that big damage that he has being a blaster. 530% damage. He's going to increase the duration of all positive effects except for regeneration for self and Ravagers allies by +1 to a maximum of 3. And if we go back to take a look at what that T4 does, well, it is a pretty decent one. It's 100% damage to the primary target. But the big thing here is not that damage. Copying all positive effects instead of the 3 positive effects from adjacent allies. So if you're stacked with a lot of buffs, that's going to make a difference. If you're not getting a lot of buffs on your team, probably not a huge difference, but we do see the passives of all these Ravagers here, guys. All right, next, let's take a look at Gravity Repulsor. This is his big special here. long cooldown as well. 6-turn cooldown, available on turn 1 though. You're going to attack the primary target, 400% damage, blind, applying defense down. So that is a good thing, I guess. And and I guess the turn order matters here because you want to apply this blind. That is important. It's important that it sticks. War offense, if Yondu is an ally, applying to defense down to all enemies instead. So instead of one enemy, all enemies, you're still getting that blind to that primary target. But the big thing is here, boom, if the primary target has blind, you're going to steal 2 ability energy from that target. Now, obviously, it would have to go with this, then proc this. But if it went in a weird order, which sometimes these skills do, then that's not going to work well. And it's unavoidable, so you can't avoid it. So yeah, stealing 2 ability energy. Now, the way this should be listed is up to 2, because thematically, what the Ravagers do, they steal from the powerful. They don't steal from the weak. So if there's someone that only has 1 ability energy, Ravager's not going to steal from them. So yeah, stealing up to 2. I think I like that thematically for this character. As far as the T4, is this a good one? Let's scroll this up real quick. 80% damage to the primary target. If the target has blind, that is when you steal the ability energy. So yeah, I think this is a very strong T4. Make a case that that is a day 1 T4 as well. And as we move on to his basic here, no cooldown because you could use this on any turn. Let's just go take a look at the T4 there. You're doing 70% damage to the primary and secondary attack. Doesn't seem that good. It's just attacking the primary target, 280% damage. Bonus attack for 250% damage. And then you're going to gain offense up. So decent basic. I don't know if it's worth that T4, but it's an okay basic. All right, and then we take a look at more of his stats. We saw them in the beginning, but let's go take a look at some of the reworks to some of these characters that are just gotten made a little better. The first I want to talk about is Yondu. There you see his stats. Now, Yondu got a big stat bonus. He got his base health stats increased by 20%, damage by 12%, armor 20%, focus 29%, and his resist stat went up by 20%. So he just got brought in line with the rest of the modern characters here. Centauri Hunter, that is his passive. Now there's a bunch that has changed here. So on turn, this is not what was done before. You're gonna before what it did is choosing 2 random energies. If they have a positive effect, copy the positive effect itself, clearing the positive effect from enemy, and then Ravagers all are gonna gain that damage. That damage is still there. And in war though, you're gonna get 20% focus for each Ravager ally. So that is brand new. So on turn, what you're gonna do, copy 3 positive effects, excluding taunt, from self, from each enemy, clearing the copied positive effects from the enemy. So removing them, putting them on yourself. That kind of what was happening before, but is 2. You're doing it for 3 now. And if the enemy has blind, clear and copy all of the positive effects instead. So not just 2, not just 3, you're getting all of them if they have blind. So that special from Starler to Tchalla is going to be very important. What else has happened to Yondu? Well, Yaka Arrow has gotten improved as well. So right now, chaining all enemies that aren't stealth, 250% damage. Now it goes up to 300%, and you're clearing 2 positive effects from each enemy. That was non-existent before. You're also gonna gain 100% focus for each Ravager ally. That's very important for clearing those 2 positive effects. It's 100% focus, and it cannot be dodged. So that is what the new Yaka Arrow looks like. Let's go take a look at his new special. This is a good one because it's getting that summons on the field. So you're gonna summon 1 Ravager Boomer, 1 Ravager Stitcher ally. What does this do before? Well, it would be 1 to 2 Ravager allies at 340% of their normal damage. Now, what it's gonna do? You're gonna get normal damage here, I guess. You're gonna get 1 of each. You're gonna apply speed up to self and all Ravager allies. You're gonna get stealth. That was not there before. You did have that offense up for Ravagers for 1 turn, but you're gonna get these summons. A Ravager Boomer, Ravager Stitcher. They got 2 new passives with them. So with the Ravager Boomer new passive, you're gonna go offense up to 2 turns, depending on how much you have invested into this skill. And Ravager Stitcher is gonna get regeneration to all Ravager allies for 2 turns. Again, that depends on how much you have put into this skill, but yeah. Looking strong. Now, this is his basic right here. I don't think this was changed at all, but that is Yondu. Let's move on to the next character. Let's talk about Boomer. There he is. Where is Boomer? Where is Boomer? There is Boomer. All right, he got some changes as well. He got some big stat increases as well. 25% added to his health, 32% added to his damage. Armor was not increased at all. Focus was increased by 73%, and his resist was increased by 28%. He's got a few skills that were changed. Let's go take a look at a few of them. Now, the interesting thing about minions, as you know, they don't have an ultimate, so very easy to get to decipher. Hard or heavy artillery, 15% chance to attack to assist Ravager allies. That was there before. 10% chance to assist non-Ravager allies. That was also there before. This is brand new. On war offense, always assist, not that 10% chance. Always assist non-minion Ravager allies on spawn. Offense up for 2 turns to self and all Ravagers allies. So this is important. This also applies when Yondu summons them. So that's going to be helpful. That special for Yondu just got a lot more powerful because the passives of these minions got a lot more powerful. Let's move on with that special. This one, not a lot of changes here. The attack the primary target for 270% damage and adjacent targets 220. That was there before, but brand new is reducing the speed bar by 30% for all primary and secondary targets and filling the speed bar for 30% for self. That is brand new. So he got a little bit better, getting more speed. They all, since they're Ravagers, you may or may not notice, they like stealing. So Ravager Boomer is stealing the speed. Yondu, he was stealing the effects, the positive effects. And as we take a look at the last but not least, his basic, everything is pretty much the same, except now is also applying slow. He didn't do that before, and he's gaining speed up. So that is Boomer. Let's go take a look at Bruiser, who I did not like at first, and I still don't like this character, but maybe he's going to be a little better now that he's got his rework. His base stats, his health got increased by 43%, damage up by 20%, armor 33%, focus up by 163%, and resist is up by 53%. So he got better as well. Let's go take a look at his and see what has changed with Ravager Bruiser. All right, his passive got a little better. Seasoned fighter, you got a lot going here. All he had was that block chance before. Everything else is new. On spawn, applying defense up for self Ravager allies for 2 turns, so that is good. Ravager allies gain 25% armor, and in war, Ravager allies gain drain, so he's stealing health of the enemies. Let's take a look at what else has changed with him. This is a big one. He was a pretty bad character before, so you got a lot of changes. His special, all he did was gain defense up for 3 turns, while he's getting defense up for self and Ravager allies for 2 turns instead, so that is good. Plus, he's gaining, he's gonna heal himself for 2,000 max health. 20% of this character's max health. So those health stats that he got boosted, that is gonna affect the entire team. He's also gonna copy 3 positive effects from stealth, except stealth, from the primary target, and on war offense, copy all of that except for stealth. And you're gonna flip 3 positive effects on the primary target. So much better. Was a pretty crappy special before. It's decent now in war on a full Ravagers team. And then his basic is Cutlass. He's gonna attack the primary target 350% damage. That is up from 290. If the primary target is a protector, applying defense down plus disrupted. So that is brand new. And if the primary target has taunt, clear taunt from the primary target, gain 2 deflects to maximum 5, and on war offense, gain 3 deflects instead. Very, very interesting, because now he's not getting a taunt. Yeah, he used to have that taunt, so yes, he's gonna clear the taunt. Yes, clearing it. That's it. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's gonna gain taunt. It's not a 70% chance anymore. I missed the last part of that. So he is getting a taunt. He's getting it on his basic, and it's not a 70% chance. I think that was one of the big misses of his kit previously. And then last but not least, let's take a look at Stitcher. This guy's got a very interesting basic here, but he's got his stats increased. Health up by 37%, damage up by 44%, armor up by 15, focus up by 80, resist up by 73, and he's got a lot of changes on his kit. Let's take a look first at his passive. Some big things happening here. Only thing that he really did was that 25% max health, and now what he's gonna do, he's gonna get that 25% max health, plus he's giving 2 regenerations on spawn. So Again, that is important with that Yondu special summon that works for a summon Stitcher as well. The Stitcher kit. Oh man, you're gonna steal 10% health from the primary target, redistribute to the most injured ally, heal the most injured ally for 3,500% health, 10% of this character's max health, then you're gonna apply immunity. Then you're gonna do it again. Now, if the enemy dies with this first hit, there's nothing to do this again. So it doesn't do it twice if it's healed. But if the heal brought one of your allies up beyond that, and they're not the most injured ally, well, you could heal someone else because you're kind of going to do the same thing again. Reminds me a little bit of that Shuri, one of Shuri's moves. Then you're going to do the same thing again. Steal 10% health from the primary target, redistribute to the most injured ally. You're going to heal the most injured ally, which may be a same ally or a different ally than that first part of that special. Then you're going to 10% of this character's max health and immunity. So that is what he's doing. Big move there. And it's basic. Some cool stuff here. What you're going to do, clear death proof from the primary target. You're going to attack the primary target for 280% piercing instead of 160% damage, which is pretty crappy. You're also going to apply that heal block. You didn't have that heal block before. But if the primary target has defense down, instead attack the primary target for 380 instead of 280. And it's also going to be piercing. You're going to apply heal block. And this is an interesting thing that the devs added. Characters killed by this attack cannot be revived. What they said was they're not expecting this to do a lot of kills. This is not going to replace that Black Bolt passive there. This is not going to be a Heroes for Hire counter. But because that name of this was Disintegrator and it did such weak damage, they wanted to give him something cool. So that is the cool thing that got added. The character killed, they cannot be revived. So I don't know, maybe if you build them up and you're going against a weak Heroes for Hire, I know it wasn't intended to be a counter for them, but maybe it could be. So that is the Ravagers. Let me know what you think of them. Let's take a look at them in action real quick. All right, so here they are in battle, full Ravagers team, and they're taking on the Black Order. Obviously, these are meant for more tier 2 meta teams, so not like Infinity Watch, not Heroes for Hire, but some of the older, strong meta teams that you'll still see, like the Black Order, like the Mercs, lots of debuffs. And I apologize, the footage is so zoomed in. That's kind of the footage that they send us on these Envoy videos to avoid flashing some of the other things. But whose turn is it? I was talking too much. I don't know what actually happened. We have Cull. Oh, he's gonna take out Boomer, but no. We have Yondu with the summon, Star-Lord Tchalla. Let's see some of his moves and some of his animations. Bruiser is there. I don't know if Thanos did his flip yet, but let's see. Let him take out Cull. Oh, lots of damage there. Look at Cull. Look at Cull. He has that death proof. We have more. Oh, look, he like shrunk. All right, what is next is going to be Ma. Oh, no, it's going to be Proxima Midnight. I want to see some of Star-Lord's animations here. All right, looks like he's getting a turn. Now, the devs did say this is a slower team. They're not obviously not designed for those big teams like some of the meta now. Even I don't even know if these guys will beat the new Warriors or some of the Eternals, things like that. But you know, you have a lot of war defense teams, so Black Order, it'll be a good counter for them. All right, taking out Cull, taking out Proxima. Looks like Maw is going down next. We got a big energy bomb drop from Thanos. Did that take out anybody? I still see Star-Lord there. I still see Yondu there. It looks like the Bruiser got taken out and we lost. I think we still have a real Stitcher. I think one of the other Stitcher is a summon from Yondu. All right, Ma is gone and it's just a matter of time before Thanos and Corvus go down. Ugh. Yeah, so not a solution for the team that I wanted a solution for, but yes, another backup team. So the good thing about this, you can build this in the background. This is not like a raid team. This is not an arena team that you probably have to rush for. But yeah, you can build these guys leisurely and gives you another option to attack for attack on war. And the first mutant getting some love this patch is Storm. Not a huge amount of love shown to Storm, but little changes to her kit. She's getting a little more health, a tiny bit more health, 9% extra health. I don't know if that's going to make a difference to her squishiness. Maybe this armor is 62% increase for armor, but what about her kit? Well, her special, pretty much the same, except the attack cannot be counterattacked. Her ultimate getting slight changes as well. If the character has more than 20 charges, well, the attack cannot miss. And then her passive, on turn, if Magik is an ally, she's gaining 3 charge up to a maximum of 20. So just allows her to do her ultimate and her special a lot quicker. Let's move on to Cyclops. All right, he only got a little bit of health, 10% added to his health. Let's see what happened with him. So his special got adjusted. So basically what happened, you're calling 2 random allies to attack each of the previous enemies. Well, previously what it did is Wolverine and an ally. Now it's just 2 random allies. So you're getting all that extra assist, even if Wolverine's not on the team. Also cannot be counterattacked at this point, or when he gets his rework. Now his passive is he's still gonna get everything that he does previously, but he's also getting on turn, if this character has 20 charge, he's gonna get 2 ability energy. Now what the dev said, this is not designed to make his ultimate go off sooner, but is allow him to do his special more often. So we'll see how that plays out. And he's also getting some synergy with Magik, replacing the synergy that he has with Wolverine. So if this character does not attack, call an assist from Wolverine or Magik, and to attack that enemy, Wolverine or Magik gains 80% of damage for this attack. On Phoenix Death, offense up, fill a Wolverine or Magik speed bar by 100%. So Wolverine, Magik kind of replacing the synergy that Cyclops had with, Cyclops and Colossus. Let's not forget him. He has the most major synergy with Phoenix and probably Magik because they're sisters. He's getting an extra 10% health as well. And yeah, he's getting some synergy with Magik. So special. If Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, or Magik is an allied taunt for 2 turns. So that is just added there. And on his passive, what is he adding? Well, on spawn, if Phoenix is an ally, I think this is reverse. So if Phoenix or Magik is an ally, then he's going to gain that defense up and defense up to all allies. So that is reverse. That's supposed to be in the new stuff here. And what is he also doing with his passive? This passive is very, very big. Right, so while attacked that enemy for 100% piercing, so it was just normal damage and gaining 10% piercing per charge. So not just damage, he's getting piercing damage, which avoids the armor. So all that armor that Storm's getting, if she's getting an enemy Colossus attacking, then doesn't matter. All right, also on turn, if this character has more than 5 charges and is below 80% health, healing for 20% of this character's max health and losing 5 charge. So I'm not sure if that's a positive or a negative. His charge is pretty good, but his healing, I guess that's okay as well. And then gaining 30% max health and allies getting 30% max health. That is up from 15. So just a lot more health for this uncanny X-Men team. All right, and there is the reveal for Star-Lord, the reworks to the Ravagers, the reworks to the X-Men, and the Ravagers in action. So obviously this Ravager team meant to be a war offense team. Maybe some viability outside of that, pieces together some of these characters for raids. Hopefully the devs will include that Ravager tag again in the Gamma raids. Cross my fingers for that. Now, the bigger question is the uncanny X-Men. What are they for? Well, they're kids. They don't scream raid to me. They scream war for me. So only placing them on war offense, war defense. None of them have war specific tags. So I guess that gives you some options there. And if you look at the kit for Magik, she's getting a lot of charged around to the entire team, hopefully getting that ultimates for the entire team off a lot faster. And I think what this will allow them to do, at least on war offense, is counter a lot of the non-meta war offense teams, strong teams, but not the meta teams. So I think both of these are 2 war offense teams. So if you're more focused on the raids for the Dark Dimension 5, trying to pass the Doom 2, or are focused a little more on Arena, these are both skippable teams. But I think if you're focused on war and want to potentially prepare for Grand Arena, might want to get a lot of shards on these characters, maybe not investing too many resources other than trying to grind for these shards. But I think grinding for these shards is good, but as far as resources, they don't look like they're necessary. So I think that's a good thing. I'm going to focus on these web warriors in this next update. What are you going to focus on? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed all of this info. If it was helpful for you, hit that subscribe button. Let's grow this channel. Hit that like button so YouTube knows that you like this video, and hit that bell, ring the bell so that you know as soon as a new video is up on the channel. I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll be back tomorrow. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out.